This is just a quick follow-up to the previous video I did, Is Hollywood a Clone? As soon as I stopped recording and I went to close the windows down I had, I realized that there was a substantial amount of videos that I hadn't shared that I meant to. So effectively, I had like 4 videos prepared, but one of them I was supposed to scroll through the rest of them. And unfortunately, I forgot. And I think like as soon as I stopped doing it, I was like, wait a minute, that would have been helpful. But I can't bother record it again. No, I've sod it. But in hindsight, I'm thinking I better get on with it while I'm doing it. Hence me here. So let me just get this up. I think it's important. I'm not going to keep talking over these videos now. I want people to just decide for themselves whether just take on the information in the same way I did. That's all that's going to happen. I'm going to show the videos. You can decide for yourself whether something seems off or not. This isn't going to be as long as the previous video. I was going through quite a lot of detail there, my own impressions and things. This is me just sharing some content that I've had or received or seen. That you just take you decide for yourself. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what. And what I would say is this isn't all the content I have. I've seen a lot of stuff. I just don't save it. It's because I thought, I might start recording. I might do a video on it. So I just recently saved a few, or I went back through some videos to find them. But overall, there's many that are lost. So anyway, let's start here. So I'm having trouble scrolling. Oh, wait, it's working now. No, there's more below it. So we're going to just start on the first one of the faves. So this one just below here, which I've got ready. Again, I'm just going to let them do the talking now. You can decide for yourself what you think is true. I'm not saying I agree with everything. I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm just saying this is for people to decide for themselves. Oh, wait a minute. Why is the sound not working?
Thing is that she died in like you on Nicole Kidman. What came really disturbing is that she died in 2017, but the reason she died was horrendous. She was approached by a cloning company, and the cloning company, they take the DNA and they literally create clones, 5 or 6 clones. And this is very appealing to the celebrities, so they don't have to go to the premieres, they don't have to work, they can just live their life. The cloning company then makes money out of each premiere, every work that clone does. But when the original died, she said, when in the contract, if I died, then the cloning company would make most of the money. Only a tiny bit would go to my estate. So she said I was worth more dead than alive. And how they tried to kill me, or how they did try to kill me, is that they said that I got cancer. So they diagnosed her with cancer twice. And she said after I died, she realised there was no cancer at all. It was all a lie. And she killed herself when she got diagnosed with cancer for the second time, which was really sad. So a lot of the celebrities that we see are not real, they're clones. I spoke more about this on my Patreon, so if you want to.
Oh, that's weird. It worked there. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, what was there? Nobody on there. I have seen another video where they spoke about Nicole Kidman in general, like the upbringing she's had and things. And to be honest, I've never had good feelings with her. I've never thought I've never had a good vibe off Nicole Kidman anyway. And there's sort of there's this talk of like a sinister side to her family heritage and things. So I'm not going to go on that here. But the thing that I found curious with this was recently she's just got a divorce from Keith Urban, and I thought they were supposed to be really solid. Like I found that quite surprising personally. And let's say, I'm not saying this is true, what she's just said, but I thought to myself, that makes some sense to a degree. Either, like, if we talk, I know this is this is like conspiracy stuff now. So this isn't me saying this is exactly it. It's just me working. There's like a narrative that could fit that. And it's like, well, that's interesting. Again, we'll see how other situations unfold in other people's lives, even see how this develops. But like, I was just thinking to myself, like, let's say Keith Urban knew she died in 2017, but he carried on as is. That's quite crazy, isn't it? And then he's reached a point where he now wants to detach from that narrative and get on with his own journey. That makes sense. That's plausible. The other thing is maybe that he didn't know, and he's starting to. Things have been off for a while, and now he's finally had enough. Is one way or another with that? But yeah, it's quite crazy, isn't it? And it kind of makes sense how the appearances continue. The fact that if there is a cloning company that's sort of like profiting heavily off of famous people who use their services, and then they somehow lose that person, and they continue to make the royalties in their stead, that's a huge incentive, isn't it? You know, and we hear a lot of famous people dying all the time, and of course people naturally die, but it's become a bit more prominent lately, and that's kind of strange. But anyway, yeah, I just found that was quite interesting. Is this really the real Nicole Kidman that's existing now, or is it a clone? I don't know. But, you know, from what she's saying, that's what she's standing by. Yeah, I don't know. But I've never had dodgy feelings with her anyway. To think that she was with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is a Scientologist, which is a very strange cult. Now, she may or may not have agreed with that and detached from it. Who knows? But it's just weird, these connections people have to some dodgy elements. You know, that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like, okay, goes down that path. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to keep talking over them. It's just that one I thought needed a bit of clarification because of the other things.
Have you noticed that Cynthia Erivo seems to be controlling Ariana Grande when it comes to the microphone? What's really unsettling is how Cynthia's care for Ariana is getting more and more bizarre. At the Wicked or Good premiere, Ariana was supposed to walk out first, but Cynthia insisted on sticking right next to her, practically shoulder to shoulder, as if she was afraid the cameras might miss her for even a second. It gets even wilder. Ariana clearly didn't want to talk, but Cynthia grabbed the mic for her and basically forced her to speak. Ariana had to bend down to say a few words, and you could tell she was super uncomfortable. Whenever someone barely brushes past Ariana, Cynthia rushes over immediately to fix her hair, adjust her arms, or position her body, clinging to her nonstop in a way that's honestly pretty creepy. Everyone knows the real box office draw of this movie is Ariana, but Cynthia's situation is totally different. To play Elphaba, she shaved her head, wore heavy prosthetic ears, and even almost damaged her hearing, yet she only walked away with a tiny $2 million paycheck. Ariana, on the other hand, wears a pink princess dress and instantly steals the spotlight, earning at least $12 million. So it's no surprise that more and more people are starting to worry. Cynthia's obsession with Ariana seems to have turned into a dangerous kind of attachment. Have you noticed that Cynthia Erivo
You're the light, you're the night. So love me like you can.
This bit reminded me of the bloody Hunger Games.
Dark, let me
Oh, what the hell?
take you past the satellites.
Weird.
When I was a child, I went to satanic rituals. At one of the satanic rituals, Queen Elizabeth was there. And many times at the satanic rituals, a child would be sacrificed, killed. The people that run these satanic rituals are not like you and I. They are hybrid humans, meaning that they've got a human body, but a reptilian is attached to them. And therefore that's why they act so inhumane. They think inhumanely and act inhumanely, is because they're not human. And through the satanic rituals, what's actually happening is that they're bringing their reality, the reality that they were created in, because reptilians weren't created naturally. They were created in labs by a being called the Watchers. And what they're doing is actually bringing their reality closer to our reality. reason being is that they live off the energy, the light of Mother Earth and the people on it. And they were created by a male being, a watcher. So they perceive it as the watcher is their god. So they're sacrificing life, human life, for their god. And the royal family, the British royal family, are Satanists. That's what they do. And many people around the world. When I was a child,
when you go down that rabbit hole, the celebrities covering up one eye, doing the sixes over one eye. Might have been Jeremiah Cohen. He had one of those shows where he was saying it's all of them. And he would have montages that were 2 hours long, and it would be nothing but celebrities covering up their eye. And I would watch that many of them doing it, and I thought, okay, I guess it's all of them. But then part of your brain would say, no, wait, it can't be all of them. It's too many of them for it to be all real. It like breaks your mind to see everybody doing the one eye symbolism.
Yeah, because you're like, it can't be all of them, because we've got our emotions involved, right? So-and-so played a good character that we fell in love with in this movie or that movie or this TV show. There's no way they're involved, and then you look it up and it's like, they did the same things. They did the same exact things. They had the same symbolism, the same everything. I'm convinced, personally, if you're in the limelight, they will not risk giving you access to the public if they can't control you.
When you go down that rabbit hole,
believe that we're doing something so great. That joy wanted to infuse in every frame.
Last night, when this video was filmed, Ariana showed us that something was wrong, and it's even more terrifying than we thought. For months now, every time Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are filmed together, it gets stranger. No one acts this bizarre around their closest friends. Everyone's wondering the same thing. Why is she so protective of her? Everyone has already seen Ariana's shocking weight loss. She said herself it was better for her health, but who actually believes that? And on top of that, now whenever she appears on camera with Cynthia, it never ends well. Look closely. Each appearance gets weirder and weirder.
Not the time, helicopter! Go! Hey! Do this rest door. Something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something. I know.
Sorry.
She's getting the fixing itch.
It's like
that Cynthia Erivo
right, it's not there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because the thing is...
Biggest pinch me.
We would like to see your best toss.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
It's so good. Thank you very much.
I love it. Well, today I have I'm doing an emotional toss.
That's right.
That's today's
So
toss.
sweet.
So after seeing all this, someone's going to have to tell me whether Cynthia has become Ariana's bodyguard, or if the two of them are hiding a more secret relationship they're not ready to talk about yet. If you think something even worse is hiding behind all this, don't waste time. Come here fast and drop your opinion in the comments under this video.
Well, needless to say, so myself.
Sometimes they don't want to, and they're, Gaga, we can't get, the frequency's weird, and, it's sounding a little bit strange. And I'm like, if you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer, I'm gonna,
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about? All right, well, I have tickets to see the devil worship.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my hand.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
Well, needless to say, sold myself.
They got him, you guys. They got him right in the kisser. Who the heck is that? I'm telling you, the Simon Cowell that I remember from back in the day wouldn't be
has been a
Well, I think we've done these ones. That's the only reason I'm skipping slightly now.
wonderful addition to my life. I feel extremely lucky.
The clip you just watched was filmed before everyone found out that Selena had supposedly disappeared. Everything keeps getting stranger with certain celebrities, but what on earth is happening? It's simple. Selena recently appeared in an interview and she was unrecognizable. Her behavior was so strange that her fans are now worried about her. Here's the moment that set everything off.
But Selena, what has it meant to you over this past 5 seasons to be with Martin and Steve?
By now you should all have seen where the problem was. Her behavior isn't normal, nor are her expressions. Nothing looks like Selena Gomez. From the moment they start asking her questions, she freezes. How is that even possible? Look at her again for a moment.
Extremely lucky to be in the company of 2 legends, but also they don't act like they are.
She honestly looks like a mannequin. She's so stiff, it's genuinely frightening. We already knew Selena had health issues, but this goes beyond anything we'd ever heard. The worst part is that once the interview aired, everyone started making videos asking what was going on with Selena Gomez, except they forgot that she, too, has gone through a strange physical transformation. Between 2024 and 2025, her appearance changed a lot, and that shouldn't be ignored. So the question needs to be asked for everyone. But who is this person in the interview? Don't forget what Selena Gomez looked like not long ago, because the one in the interview seems very different. We really need to figure out why celebrities are transforming more and more. Before leaving the video, tell me what you think in the comments.
Has been a wonderful addition.
There is no way these are the same people. Watch these videos.
Anyway, like I say, I didn't want to not share the videos really. And that was some of them. Like I say, there's some others that annoy me that I can't find or I haven't got access to now. But to be honest, I mean, it's up to people to investigate and decide for themselves. It's open-ended questions, isn't it? I mean, you're never really going to know the true answers, especially anytime soon, I don't think. Like, for instance, Ariana Grande, to me, she looks like an absolute clone. She looks like a robot. But then I haven't seen the Wicked movies. So maybe she's in the Wicked movies and she performs well in them and she's actually, it's all fine and well. And it's only when she's away from the screen we see this other side. It does beg the question, is there 2 variants? Is there a variant that exists? And, she's healthy, she's fine, she's got all her faculties in order. And maybe there's one that has to go around and just is literally the puppet to do all the media work, which would suggest what that other video was alluding to with Nicole Kidman. Because I don't know if it said it in that video. It might be in another one I saw where it said celebrities. I don't think it was that one, actually. It's a similar one, but it said celebrities are going to these cloning companies and they're getting multiple versions of themselves who can do media work and do publicity. So they don't have to do all that. And they can get on just doing other stuff. So there is perhaps points towards that. I mean, I don't really know. All I know is something seems wrong and the energy is off. Other than that, I mean, it just seems so really dark and twisted. I just don't understand. Like, you hear it all the time where people sell their souls, for instance. But like I say at the time, that you see it. I mean, even the Matthew Perry situation, I think he even admitted it. I've admitted it. I read it somewhere that apparently he had done one of those things. When you're younger, they say, "Oh, do anything to be famous," and then I don't know where they go for this or how they go about doing it, but they end up doing this deal, this bargain, where they will get to have their life they asked for, but it will come at a price. Effectively, you're giving it our souls. Like, I don't want to go spiritual with people. Our souls are eternal, and the real problem is a lot of people that in this earthly plane, they get so caught up with this realm with all the temptations and distractions, they get obsessed. And all of a sudden, they want to get to the top of the mountain in this lifetime, even though it's an illusion. It's irrelevant. It's so irrelevant. But what people do, they'll give up eternity. They give up their eternal soul for one piece of the illusion of paradise in this earth. That's literally what happens. When you think, why do they do it? It's because they lose sense of reality. They don't realize the depths of what they're giving up. It's just so stupid. I know that seems crazy to some people, but that is literally what's happening. They're giving up their eternal soul for a very short window of what seems like paradise and everything, and it's just so irrelevant. When our time ends here, just leave peacefully. Just do it with grace. So like live a graceful life effectively. Live a life that's just in harmonious with yourself, and you can't go wrong. There's all these temptations, these toxicities, there's all these other things that happen around the world. And there's all those negative elements. But as long as you don't give yourself to those elements, it's like you just be pure. You know, so any toxicity that tries to come near me, it's not going to impact me. My soul will leave this plane of existence and return back to source in whatever capacity that is on the other side, and I will continue to evolve and elevate and increase in that way. There's nothing in any existence that's going to make me alter from that paradigm. So I just find it bizarre that other people do. It's literally, you don't need to be the best on this earth. You really don't. You just need to lower that expectation, I think, and just get on with just having the experience that we're here for. Just kind of evolve and help other people evolve.